Good evening, viewers. I, Chandan Ganguly, welcome you all to the session of Docker Volumes. Before that, let me introduce myself and the organization I represent. My name is Chandan. I have 23 years of experience in information technology. I represent SHA Infotech Solution Private Limited. We at SHA deliver DBA, data science, and cloud solution services. We have our own training wing, popularly known as SHA Data University. There we train professionals at every levels in database administration, data science, and cloud. So, not wasting any more time, let me start the session. Before starting, my request to you all is to like, share this video, and subscribe to our channel for more technology contents. Also, please mention in comment section if you want us to cover any topic on cloud, data science, and database administration. Thank you. So let us begin. So this is the sample app where we will see the problem statement which this part of this course addresses. So here is the Docker file for this application, and this application is a Node.js application which is here it is listening to port 80, and once we start this application it will show a feedback form. On this feedback form, when we enter a feedback, it is stored within the container, and if we want to enter same feedback, it will give this exist error. So this HTML will be returned, otherwise this will be returned. It's a pretty simple program. When we run, let us see. So first let me stop all the running containers on this app. Okay, so let us go to the Docker desktop. So I'll just remove this app. I have built the images, so it is this one. So let me just remove it. So we have removed the images. We are on clean slate. So let us start the application, the image build process. So we will give it a name, say feedback image, and we will start the build. So when this build starts, I will pause the video until it completes, and then we will resume. Okay, so building is done. Now what we will do is we will run the app. So we will give the application name feedback app. The port will be 80. We will removing the container when it finishes. We will start it on detached mode based on feedback image. So the container is running now. Let us inspect. So the app would be feedback app. So we are running on localhost, not the 3000, sorry, it was a previous program. So this is what. So first if we give a feedback, say awesome, okay, we write this is awesome. So we save it. If we again type awesome and type some text blah 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 blah, so it will not save. So we will have to put another one, say hey there. If we save it, it will save. So if we type here hey again and save, it will not allow. That means this title exists already. Now let us come to the problem statement. Here we can see the container feedback app is running. So let me stop this container. Okay, as our program was as our container image was destined to destroy itself when we have stopped the container, for might be any reason we can stop it. Now we need to run it again to just So I will just close this. We will just refresh. So we are again on a, so if you see right now, see, so it allowed me to enter data. That should not be the case. So what happened was, when I restarted the container, or I would rather say when I reran the container, might be because any port change or anything else, so this data gets erased. So this is problem statement 1. Now there is another problem statement we will discuss on a later phase of this module. So now let us try to address this issue, that is persistence of data. So persistence of data can be achieved through creating volumes that will persist. I mean to say that they are like disks or shared disks. Obviously there are disks in this container also. Disks are always there. Somewhere this data is getting stored, so it is there already. Now the thing happens is that we don't know it. We don't know how to preserve it. So our first job will be to preserve the container through volumes. Okay. So if you see the slide right now, it is just trying to make some point on storing data. So these volumes, what we discussed on the earlier part of this presentation, are disk files. Okay, so these disk files are folders on our host machine, a hard disk, where from which these containers run. Now these volumes are automatically created when they are loaded. When the container is loaded, these volumes are automatically created, and when the container is shut down or container is deleted, this volume goes away with it. So these are called anonymous volumes, the volumes which don't have name. Now there is another type of volume which is attached to the container, which is called the named volume. Now these anonymous and named volumes are whole and solely managed by the container itself. So we from outside, we will not be able to see these files, the files within into that volumes, into those disk spaces. We will not be able to see from outside, but from inside the containers they will be visible. Okay, how? We will show. Now when we are talking about named volumes, the fun part of that is that if we destroy the containers, this named volume will not go away. They will stay. They will stay with the they will stay in the Docker system, and if we start another container with that volume, attaching that volume, so that volume will stay, that we will be able to access the data. And another fun part on that named volume is that we will be able to attach the same volume with two containers. So let us go ahead and see how this is achieved. So first of all, let us bring this guy down. So we will just stop them, and as usual, as we have started it, it will just go away. So it is like that. Now what we will do is, first we will just try to run this thing with what? A command called -v. So we put -v for volume, and we are giving it a name. Say it is amp, and or rather say it is v underscore feedback, volume of feedback, and it will store the data in slash app slash feedback. Why slash app slash feedback? If you see here, it is slash feedback, and if you see the Docker file, it is on app. So actually, if we just consider the principles of web server preparation, so we will understand what this means. It is just this feedback would be this feedback folder would be created when this Docker container is built, and data will be stored on that feedback container. So let us mount this volume feedback app, and for okay, we will try it later. So I am just starting the feedback app. So now if we go ahead and see Docker volume ls, see, these are all anonymous volumes. The names which are on in alphanumeric, these are all anonymous volumes, and here the v feedback has been created newly. So let us run the app. It is again on port 80, so localhost we will type. So it is saying awesome. It will obviously, it will just, it will save the data because we have restarted the container. Now we type hey, and here hey there. So again, if we type awesome and type blah blah blah, see, it will not save. If we type hey and blah blah blah, it is not saving. So this volume data is stored normally. This server is working. Now what we will do is we will bring this one down. So just we will just bring this container down. Yes, so this container is off, but if we go and see here Docker volume ls, we can see this v feedback is still there. Now we will again restart this container with Docker run, not restart, but we rerun this container with feedback app with the same feedback image, with the same app feedback path, and I will just give a name app feedback 01 to start it on port 80 and 80:80. So let us start it. So it is feedback app 01 on 80:80. So if we run docker ps, we will see this feedback image, and this feedback app 01 is running. So we will just go ahead and type here localhost. Now we will type awesome, type any text, try to save. See, so it tells that this title exists already. So it means that this volume is persisted. This data is persisted on the volume. Now the fun part of this, the extra part which I was telling you. So okay, let me go to the VS Code over here. Now I will just run another instance of this container. If you have attended, or if you know about the containers, we know that we can run this image, same image in multiple containers, and it will not do any harm. So I am starting another one. Just I have assigned this to port 81. I have given the name feedback app 02, and that v stays. Now if we do docker ps, we can see there are two apps are running. So what we will do is we will just go ahead, and here we start another browser window, browser tab, and here we give localhost : 81 because 80 that one is running. So here localhost 80 is this one. Just I will just give it 80 for clarity sake. So this is localhost 80 and this is localhost 81. So both are running, both are servers. So here if we type awesome, I would type some another thing. Say I will type node. So node is server. I'll just type, it is saved. Now here if I type node and I type node is not a server, see, it will not take. So the thing is that this volume still exists. This volume is shared. So here if I just go over here, say React, I type React is front end. So I type over here, so it is taking React. Now here if I come and say React, so it will tell this title exists already. So this is all about volumes. Obviously there are more, there are bind bounds, but they are not actually Docker volumes, they are managed by the user. We will discuss it on a later phase. Thank you. Good night.